All right. So yesterday we read the lovely, lovely story. A Tale of Two Beasts, right? Great story. Hi, Eden. Yesterday we read A Tale of Two Beasts, and today we are going to work with our cue chart. And if you remember, there's the question. Okay, everyone, cap your marker right now. Not a single one of you need to have your marker uncapped. Okay? Thank you. This is not grammar, so I don't know why grammar is written. This is reading class. Okay? So these are our question words. We have who, what, where, when, how, why. And then remember, we match it up like who was, who does, and then where we meet in the quadrant. So today, using our story from yesterday, you are going to write me some quadrant questions. We're going to do one question from each quadrant, but we're going to do one quadrant at a time. We're going to share some of our questions and some of our answers. This is just to practice you making questions using a quadrant. So if you're at home, you can just type in your question in the chat. That'd be fine. Does anyone have any questions on how we use our quadrant? Anyone forgotten? So if I said quadrant one question, I could say, who is Mrs. Kneifel? Obviously, that wouldn't go along with our book, but that would be quadrant one because who and is right here. So the first thing you're going to do is write me a quadrant one question. So it needs to be who, what, where, or when. Those are your starting. And then it can be is, are, did, does, do, can, for. Oh, we're going to pause really, really quick, friends. Okay. Oh, look, Mark, you're on. Virtual? Yeah, we have a few friends on. So, everyone,
all right,
Mr. Tues.
Good deal, guys. Hi, how are you guys at home? And thanks, guys, for being in here. So I wanted to come in and pass out our honor roll buttons again. I know you guys have been here before, and you know this from last year as well. But to have honor roll, you have to have B minuses or above, and then we'll come in. And I'm going to tell you, I looked at everybody's report, the entire school, over the weekend and on Monday, just going through everybody's grades. And then if I saw some low grades, I was looking, I wonder why they're so low or lower than what I think this should be for you guys, right? And some of you, it's just silly things that we lose points if we have a late assignment, or we could have done one more AR point or anything like that. So I really want to pass out every single button that I have. So if we can get all these buttons out, that would be awesome. That's my goal every year, okay? So when I call your name, and I'll also mention to a couple people if they are virtual, because I think, oh, which class? This is your class, but they're all virtual, right?
Except for Julian, but he's virtual currently.
Gotcha. So I'll leave the button for them. And then if they come in at some point, or if we see them other times, then we'll have a button for them. So we do have, and actually, guys, I'll tell you, it's looking like everybody here is virtual that's receiving an honor roll button, but I want to make sure we're doing everything we can to increase our grades, to do even more so I can pass out even more of these. All right, so we have Mark. I think I see you on the screen.
Good job, Mark.
We also have Violet, which I'm not for sure she's on there. I can't see her thing yet. And we also have Julian. So we have a couple buttons for you guys. So when you guys come into the school, we can get you a button, okay?
Okay, perfect.
And Julian will be here.
Will be back. All right.
All right, guys. So I'm hoping to give out more of these. Ask your teacher questions. Do what we can to make sure we're getting all of our grades up there a little bit more, okay? And let me know if you guys need some help. All right. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Mr. Tan.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, my lovely friends. Da, 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 da. Good job, Mark, Violet, and Julian. Hopefully you are watching this recording. Go, you guys. Super proud of you. Everyone else, let's step up our game. We want all of us on the honor roll. Okay. So, anyways, you are writing a quadrant one question for our story that we read yesterday. So, an example question, if Mrs. Kneifel was legitimately doing this, I would say, what would I say? Where did the girl find the beast? Question mark. You do not have to write the answer. You are literally just writing the question. So right now you are writing a quadrant one question. You're going to have a few minutes, so don't rush. You don't have to write the answer. You're just writing a quadrant one question. How about where does, Mark, instead of when? You have a minute or two. It has to start with who, what, where, or when. Who, what, where, or when. You don't want to your board. First off, you also don't have a cap, or you don't have punctuation, which is a big problem because we're in fifth grade. We use cap punctuation. When you're done, just keep it flat on your desk. We're going to give everyone a chance to create their question. No one needs to rush. Still see people writing, so don't rush. Remember, you're only creating the question. You do not have to create the answer. We're just going to talk about the answer together. Hi, Avery. All right, so my friends at home, we have when. What is your name? Okay, Eden, that would not go along with our story. What is your name? Does not go along with our story. When does the story take place? We don't necessarily know when. It is throughout a whole day, remember? Because she, gets them, but then it ends up being nighttime. So when, it could be throughout a whole day. Mr. Landon, can you tell me your question nice and loud?
Who is the one who jumps out the window?
That's a good one. Who's the one that jumps out the window? The beast. The beast jumps out the window, not the girl. Molly, would you like to share your question? Right, yeah. Who had another plan when the girl wanted to find the beast? The mom. The mom was like, no, it's bedtime. No, it's bedtime. No, you can't go find the beast. Would anyone else like to share their one question? Evan, nice and loud.
Who's the first beast in the story?
Right, the girl, right? Because she tells the story first. And one's the strange beast and one's the terrible beast. Rochelle. You're going to have to say that louder, girlfriend. Who are all the characters in the story? We have the beast, we have the girl, and then we also have the girl's wilder beast friends, right? They're not really characters, but they do appear. Marissa, do you want to share yours? What is the beast? Do we know the answer to that?
No.
No, we do not officially know the answer to that. Kind of like a bat, kind of like a raccoon. I don't really know. Kylan? What is the beast's name? Do we know the answer to that?
Yes.
She names him, right? She names him Fang. Is that his official name? No, but that's what she names him. She calls him Fang. So all of those were Q1 questions. Give yourself a round of applause. Dun, 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 dun. All right, next is Q2. And for some reason, normally Q4 is the hardest, but I think Q2 is really hard to go along with this story. Don't know why, but it just kind of is. So it's who, what, where, and when. And then our second word would be could, should, would, will, or might. So it is starting with who, what, where, and when. Could, should, would, will, might. Going along with our story. So it could be where might the beast and the girl go in the dark? Or in the dark, dark woods. Remember, they start running away together back to the dark, dark woods. Where are they going to go inside the woods? They're going to stay there forever? They're going to go back to her house? I don't know. So write me a question for quadrant 2, please. Quadrant 2. Quadrant 2. Someone remind me of the story. Literally don't want to see it yet. I think we went through this last time, but you're writing me a Q2 question. Where are all my markers disappearing to? Are we sure all these are dead? BRB. All right, you guys have about 1 more minute to finish your Q2 question. furry friends, stop your doodling and I don't like it. Put your ruler away. Would anyone like to share their Q2 question? Mark said, when will the beast come back? All right, so they both left. So, or if we're talking about the actual story, when will he come back? Well, when he needed a hat. That's when he, hopped his little self back. Molly, how about you, love? When Mike the girl had found the beast, she found him because he was singing, right? He was being nice and loud, and she's like, oh, he's whining. He wasn't whining, he was singing. Ava.
Singing.
That's a good one. What will happen when the girl and the beast go into the forest? That's a good one. Are they going to stay there forever? Are they going to get lost? I don't know. Kylan, how about you? Where might the story take place? Remember, it's kind of at her house. It's kind of in the forest, kind of at school. Evan?
What might the beast think of his home?
What might the beast think of? How about her home?
Yeah. But she named him a home.
I know, but his home in her home. How about that? His little tiny box. We know he didn't like that. Marissa.
Who could the beast be?
The beast is the bee, or the beast is the beast.
No,
And
the beast.
Landon, do you want to share?
Yes. Where might the girl and the beast meet?
Where might they meet? Well, we know they met in the forest. All right. We are moving on to quadrant 3 questions. These ones we're changing. Now it needs to start with how or why. So how or why is, are, was, did, do, does, and can. So you could say, how did the girl find the beast? The girl found the beast in the forest as he was singing. Okay? So you're writing me a quadrant 3 question. How and why is, are, was, did, do, does, can. My friends that aren't sharing, I might be calling on you to share next. Da, 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 da. Oh, we were supposed to do goals today. You know what? Someone remind me on when we come back on Monday, we're gonna write our goals.
I'm not gonna do it. On Friday, what's the party? Halloween.
What?
Friday is the party for Halloween.
And then that's not what we should be talking about.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here all. What are you eating? When are you coming back? You have about 1 more minute to write your Q3 question. But probably not.
What are you doing?
Unnecessary. Marissa, what did I say about spending our driver's codes? Didn't think I was kidding. Just wait patiently. Our friends are still writing. Just because you're done doesn't mean it's fair to rush everyone else. Molly, why are you not? Okay, well, I'm not calling on people yet. I still see people writing. All right, quadrant 3 questions. Miss Molly, nice and loud.
Why did the beast jump out of the window?
Why did the beast jump out of the window? That's a really good question. We know because he was unhappy and he didn't like what was happening. That's a good question. Olive,
What did the beast say about food?
what did the beast say about the food? That what did would be a quadrant 1 question, ma'am. It needs to be how or why is your starting. Ava. Why does the girl think the beast is crying? He's not crying. He was actually singing, but to her it sounded like crying. Marissa, nice and loud.
Why?
What?
I messed up. Yeah.
Why is there nothing written on your board?
It is. I just erased it.
Okay, well then I don't want to hear because you did not follow directions. I should be able to see it on your board. Miss Rochelle. Why did the beast run away? He ran away because he was super happy with what was happening to him, poor little guy. And Evan, how about you?
Why will the girl help him down?
Down where?
The tree. Down the tree.
She didn't really get him down. I mean, he was low. But we looked at the illustration. He didn't really need help down. He was already really, really low.
But she dragged him down.
Okay, but that's not. Mark said, why did the girl take the mysterious beast? Yeah, that's a great question. Why did she take him to begin with? Oh, because she thought he was crying. She thought she was rescuing him, remember? But was she rescuing him? No. No, she just stole him. She snatched him right up, poor beast. All right, some of you guys had some good ones. All right. You should not be erasing your board until I ask you to or until we've gone over your question. This is our last quadrant that we're going to do, and it is quadrant 4, which is normally the hardest, but I think it actually went fairly okay. I don't think it's the hardest this time. So it's how and why, could, should, would, will, might. So I would say, why should the girl have left the beast alone? Why? Because, you know, he was happily living his little life. So why should the girl have left him alone? Because you shouldn't take strange animals out of the forest. That's not a good plan. So now, write your quadrant 4 question, friends. Write your quadrant 4 questions. It's how and why is what you're starting with. Doesn't matter because this isn't over. Mark said, will the beast escape from the mysterious girl named Molly? Funny. Except for the girl's name isn't Molly. But will the beast escape again? We know he escaped to begin with, but then he went back to her to get the hat. Is it going to be a continuous thing? We don't know. What's another question? Molly? Why might the beast not like his fresh nut food, which was squirrel food? Why might he not like that? Oh, because he's not a squirrel. Kylan, what might happen next in the story? Yeah, that'd be a good prediction. Are they going to be best friends for life? Are they going to go their separate ways and hang out every once in a while? I don't know. Nolan. Why might the beast run away? He didn't want to have a bath. That was his poor problem. How about Marissa?
Why might the girl make a box as his home?
Why might the girl? Well, we know why she did. So that'd be a better why did she question instead of why might, because we know why she made a box, so that way he'd have somewhere to be inside her home. Ava!
Why will the beast jump out of the window?
All right, so why will is, oh, that is quadrant 4. Why will he jump out the window? Because he needed to escape, and he didn't really have another choice, apparently. We could have said, like, how might he escape a different way? Landon?
How might the girl react when she found me?
But we know how she reacted. She snatched him up. Questions that we know the answer to shouldn't be the how might, how could questions, because we already know the answer to that. Okay, so Isaac, that does not have to do with our story that we read yesterday. And we're on quadrant 4 questions. Why do would be a quadrant 3 question. So these quadrant, we are going to work more and more with the quadrant I have been a little bit, I don't want to say I've been slacking, but it just we haven't really had time to work with the quadrant as much as I want, but that's okay. You guys did a good job practicing with your questions today, but right now I need all eyeballs on me so I can talk about tomorrow. Can someone remind me what tomorrow is? I love an e-learning day, which means it is still a school day. You won't be here, but you still have school to do. And in reading class tomorrow, you have a study island assignment. And I know for a fact, if you're in Mrs. Sittig's reading RTI, you did the assignment a week or two ago. But guess what? You're going to do it again. So you guys should be extra good because you've already done it once. It's on study island. It is setting. So tomorrow, the title of it is going to be Reading E-Learning Day 10/21/2020 Setting Assignment. Yes, Molly. I am taking your first grade, so you need to do your personal best the first time. You will not get to do it. Well, I mean, you're free to do it again and do it again, but guess what? I'm taking the first grade. If you have done it in the past, which I know some of you have, you are going to do it again. So look, you'll have to scroll down a little bit probably to find it. But you're just going to do it again. It's not a big deal, okay? You need to go through the lesson. There'll be 10 questions, and then you should read for at least 20 minutes per AR, and then that is your reading for the day. There's no reading RTI. Nolan, I am going to lose it. Put it away. You're not listening, sir. You're throwing around your dry erase board. And when I say your dry erase board, I mean my dry erase board. So put it away. There's no reading RTI and there's no math RTI. So for reading, all you have is the setting study island assignment. It'll be open at like 7 a.m. tomorrow, so you can do it as soon as you wake up. I'm taking your first score, and then you should read for AR. And since you guys are on here and you're in my homeroom, you will have a there will be a language art assignment. The language arts assignment will be in homeroom. So make sure you look for that. Everything's going to be open by at least all reading and language arts will be open by like 7 a.m. I don't know about the other classes. I'm assuming theirs will be up by 8 at least. But it is an e-learning day, which means you still have to get stuff done. If I were you, I'd get it done ASAP. That way it's not looming over you all of fall break. Are there any questions about what we did today? Or what you're doing tomorrow on e-learning? Evan. No. I said 7 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah. 7 a.m. tomorrow. Yes. There will be no Google Meets tomorrow. Not a single one. It's an e-learning day. There are no lives tomorrow. None. Everything will just be posted by 8 a.m. at least. And you just have to get it done, hopefully as soon as you see it. Mark.
Do we have a grammar today or no?
We do not have a grammar today. Yesterday, I just wanted to practice the verbs. So once we get off here, you are done with your lives for today. Go you. We do not have grammar today, but tomorrow you will have a grammar review assignment, okay? Any more questions? Anyone? Going once, going twice, going once, going twice? All right. Well, you guys are, if you're at home, you're free to leave me. This will be posted for you. If you're here, I'm going to film hold on one second. Bye, guys. Bye, Avery. Bye, Eden. Bye, Isla. Oh, wait. Okay, that's fine, Eden, as long as you watch the recording.